Hey there, welcome back to the Broken Farm. Today is Saturday, it's May 21st, and it's our first official weekend living here on the farm. We moved out last weekend and the whole weekend was spent moving, but this is our first weekend here on the farm. Shawn behind me is hooking up, behind me he was hooking up his bush hog because our fields are very overgrown and they need to be cut. So this is his first run with the bush hog. It's taken him a little bit longer than he was expecting to get it hooked up, but he's working on it now, and that's his plan today, to get out in the yard and do that part of it. I don't think he's going to spend a lot of time edging or anything like that. He's just going to mow the big fields because it needs it. And tomorrow it's supposed to rain. Actually, I think we're supposed to get some storms tonight and rain tomorrow. So he's trying to get as much done outside as he can. I'm also trying to do the same, but I've got a lot of stuff going on today. So today I want to try to get my plants in the ground. And we're kind of running into an issue of not really knowing where to put them, because even though I have kind of my garden area set up, we have seen deer in the field all this week. So we know that that's going to be an issue. And we don't have a deer fence yet or any type of fencing at all. So I don't know. I may go ahead and plant them, and you know, if they get eaten, they get eaten. If they don't, they don't. I don't know. But the plants are needing to get in the ground. I also, this morning, just a little bit ago, I have these little stock planters that I bought, and I originally planted my strawberry crowns in there, but the strawberry crowns, they were dead. They just didn't do anything. So I pulled them out, and in this one right here, this one right here, I went ahead and planted a bunch of herbs. So I'm gonna hopefully grow some herbs there. And over here, I've got some herbs on the bottom, and then I wanna put some other things up top, but I can't find my seeds. So that's one of my jobs today, but it kind of coincides with another. I think I know where I have them. I know I packaged them up and have them, I put them in a cool place and don't remember where that is. But there's not a whole lot of places in the house, so I think I'll be able to find them. And I have an idea of where they are. They're underneath all of my 5-gallon buckets. So that is another project today that I'm working on. The girls are going to help me in a few minutes. We're going to come down into the basement. I'm going to take you down there right now and show you. We bought a shelf. So I bought that shelf yesterday over at Sam's Club, and we're going to use that in the basement to store my 5-gallon buckets, because the basement stays very cool, and so that'll be a cool, dark place for my dry food storage. So that's what we're going to go in to the basement and work on. I'm just kind of watching where I'm stepping because I don't have my boots on. In fact, I probably won't go in there till I get my boots on. But anyways, that's going to be what we work on right now. And let me take you inside and show you what we've been doing inside. It's kind of a mess, but it's working for us. So bear with us. All right, so we're in our little laundry bathroom area, kitchen area. And one of the things that Shawn got done was he replaced that faucet. When this sink was originally put in several months ago, the faucet, ever since then, it's literally been like a trickle of water. So it was pretty frustrating because that was the only water source we had. And so Shawn figured out, he took everything apart and figured out that the problem was in the faucet. So he bought another one and we've traded it out, and it's better. It's not 100%. He says there's a regulator on the water that he wants to take off, and that should make
pressure regulator under the house.
Yeah, pressure regulator under the house. So right now this is our water pressure. It's not bad. It was a lot worse before. It was literally almost like a drip. But it's better now, so at least that's working well. Washer and dryer is still doing good. The shower is still working very well for us. Let's see, let's go in here and I'll show you what has been going on in here. This room has not been touched. It's still our bathroom back here, but it's fine because we've got other things that are a little bit higher priority right now. That privacy wall is working for us. We haven't had any issues with the bathroom. Okay, so we come into our kitchen area here, and we have a kitchen table. We are so excited. We have not had a kitchen table since we moved into our apartment back in July, because our apartment did not have a space for one. We had a big island in the apartment, but there was no room for a kitchen table. So this has been in storage, and Shawn went this week and picked it up, and it's so funny. I mean, it's just crazy that you don't realize how nice it is to sit down at an actual table until you don't have it. So we've been enjoying having the kitchen table here for the last couple days. Let's see, what else have we gotten? We still don't have a refrigerator. I ordered one, and it was supposed to be delivered yesterday, and the delivery people actually showed up, and it didn't fit in the door. Actually, that was one of two problems. The second problem was it was the wrong color. It wasn't the color that I had ordered. But we measured the door, and we looked at the measurements online, so we thought that it would fit. But what they didn't account for was the front of the refrigerator bowed out a little bit, and just that little tiny bit made it so it wouldn't fit in the door. So we had to go back, and we ordered a different one that is supposed to be delivered tomorrow. So in the meantime, that is still our only refrigerator there. But let's see, what else have we accomplished? Okay, so if this looks kind of funny, it's because it is. Part of the reason why this is here is because we got this shelf yesterday, and I came home and I put it together, and it's been great to have this stuff out because it was all in bins, and we were trying to find stuff and it was impossible. I have a lot of kitchen appliances and I like them, so I want them accessible. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going and I'm going to buy another shelf that we're going to put on this side, and that will give me enough room to make one shelf for dishes, and then the other shelf will be for food items, because right now all of our pantry and food items are in these bins here and those bins there, and then I think I've got some in these boxes here. So that'll make it so that we can open those up, get those bins out of here, and it'll be a little bit more accessible. Another thing that Shawn worked on last night was this outlet here. That outlet was there already, but it was a 2-prong little outlet that I couldn't plug very many things into. So it made it very difficult, because this is one of, I think, 3 outlets in this whole room. There's one there, there's one over here, right there, and then there's one back over there. So that one was also a 2-prong outlet that he's changed over last night. So now we can actually plug in most things because you would be surprised how many things are a 3-prong these days. So our plan is when the refrigerator comes, it's going to go there. The freeze dryer is going to be moved down into the basement. It stays a lot cooler there. I haven't been able to run it because it's been so hot this week. So if it's down in the basement, number one, it's not going to be such a huge monstrosity in the middle of my kitchen, but also I can run it better downstairs where it's cooler, because it does run hot and it will heat up a room if it's run. So we're going to move that down into the basement. The problem is it weighs 250 pounds. So to get it down there, it's going to be a little bit of a chore, and we're thinking we're going to wait until our son Christian comes up in a little over a week, because then he can help us. So it may get moved this weekend, but it may wait until for another week. So that'll go into the basement, and then our refrigerator can go there. We'll still use this table for things like the coffee maker and our little ice maker that we got. So we picked this up yesterday, and we have been enjoying having ice because the refrigerator we got does not have an ice maker, and we didn't have one in our other freezers. So that's been nice to have. and it's making us feel like we can actually do stuff. So let me think if there's anything else that he has done this week of noteworthy importance. I think that's about it. Oh, he did put up this light. Wow, it's so fancy. We had a little dome light in here and it just wasn't enough light, and until we get into this room and, you know, eventually change out the ceiling and do can lights and everything, I just wanted to have more light. So he put up this big fluorescent light for me just so we would have more light in this room. And other than that, I think that's the update for now. We're gonna go ahead and get started with working today, and we'll let you know what else we get into. All right, so that's the little shelf that I got to put the microwave on. So we're going to clear an area out here to put that on. And then we got some organizational bins for the shelves. I probably should have gotten more, but we just got 3. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And Shawn is still outside mowing. He mowed about 1/3 of the field, and it took him, I think, what, 3 hours? Yeah. Yeah. Bailey and I got this much done. We got, I think that's, oh, no, I was thinking that was all of our pantry food, but it's not. I just noticed 2 more bins over here. I don't even know what's in there. I see spices there that need to go right there on my little spice rack. I didn't know, I knew I was missing something, but anyways, we got most of our food there. This is gonna be dishes, but I still have to take off everything because we wanna put the feet on instead of the wheels on that and stabilize it a little bit more. But I'm kind of tired. So we obviously did not get as much done today as we thought we would. This is really all that we got done. The girls and I ended up going over to Sam's Club, and it just took several hours. We are slowly organizing this. This will go away obviously when we get our refrigerator tomorrow. My table's a mess, so I need to get this taken care of. And this corner back here is a mess. So I'm gonna work on that now because I want to be able to clean the floor for where the refrigerator is gonna go. So this floor, we did not have time to scrub it before we moved in. So I don't know if you saw, but I scrubbed this corner when we thought that the table was gonna, or the shelf was gonna go there. And I scrubbed this corner yesterday before I put that shelf down. So this all has been cleaned, and I'm gonna slowly, I found my mop head attachment when I was unpacking, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean the floor as well. But it's kind of hard to get that much done because it's hot. We don't have an air conditioner in here yet. That was supposed to be one of the things that I picked up today, but I ran out of room in my car. So depending on how we feel, Shawn and I may go back out tonight and get it so that we have an air conditioner for this room. We do have one for our bedroom and the girls' bedroom, so at least those rooms stay fairly cool, so we can go and cool off in there. We don't have ours on in our bedroom right now. I think the girls do, so I may go cool off in their room for a few minutes. But I will let you know if we get into anything else today. Shawn is still out on the tractor. Let me take you out there and show you what he's doing. So I can hear him, so he must be kind of close. But you can kind of see all of that he has mowed. And here he is coming up here on the side. It's just slow. It's a slow process. And this is the front 3 acres. I mean, this is only 3 acres that he's worked on today. We have another 11 acres over there that needs to be done, and a big field back there that needs to be done. So I don't know when that's gonna get to, when he's gonna get to that, because he is probably pretty tired right now. And and I think we decided this tree we're gonna take out because it does block our view. This is a black walnut tree and it is beautiful, so it's gonna stay. But here comes my farmer. Hello and welcome back. It is Sunday and I think it's almost 5 o'clock. I kind of forgot to video what we've done all day, but I can show you now. Part of the reason, it's not that I forgot, but part of the reason that I didn't want to video was because most of what we did was inside, and you can probably hear these fans going. I have the freeze dryer going, and because it's so hot in this kitchen, it's making the freeze dryer work extra hard. So we have been running fans on it all day, and it's helping a little bit, but it's just kind of loud in here because of the freeze dryer noise and the fan noise. So Shawn rigged up the fan there to blow right on it, and we just opened the door right there to the basement because the basement stays a lot cooler, so it's bringing a little bit of cool air in. It's actually pretty cool outside today, and ideally we could open that screen or that window, but there's no screen on there, and we deal with bugs all the time. I didn't want to have any extra bugs coming in. So it's kind of warm in here, and it was our plan that we were going to get an air conditioning unit for this kitchen. We just didn't get around to it this weekend. So let me tell you what we have worked on. I have worked on organizing the kitchen. Nothing really all that. This is not really organized, but one of the reasons why it's not is because we're waiting on our refrigerator. I think I mentioned yesterday that we had ordered one and they tried to deliver it on Friday. It was the wrong color and it didn't fit in the door. So we ordered a different one that was supposed to be delivered today, and their window of time that they gave us was between 1 and 5. And it is 4:45 right now, so we're really hoping that they don't flake on us and it comes in the next 15 minutes. We'll take it any time today, but hopefully we just want it to come. So a lot of this will go away once we get a refrigerator, but I did organize kind of our food, and those two bins right there have things like crackers and those type of things in them. This bin right here has my pots and pans, and it has just a few like some of my glass Pyrex containers that I just don't have a place to put it right now. And then I've got this crate that my mother-in-law gave me, and I put in my 2 big pots. That's just for the day that I get a stove. So right now they're not serving any purpose. I did pick up, I don't know if I mentioned this, I picked up this microwave cart yesterday at TJ Maxx. So we got the microwave up there and it's working great. I love that shelf. This shelf I had put together, I bought yesterday or Friday, I think, and put it together, and I still have to, Shawn wants me to take everything off of it so we can take the wheels off and put the feet on like that one has, so that we can level it out a little bit better. So that's one of the jobs I haven't done today. But I did spend a lot of time organizing kind of my spices here. I found these cute little spice jars at TJ Maxx the other day, and I really like them, and they helped because I want to get rid of as much plastic as possible. Like I had some spice containers like this that I moved everything in here because we're out here on the farm, there's a lot of, you know, bugs, rodents, animals, all of that, and I want to eliminate all of the plastic that they could get into. So I have a lot of my spices here. I have some of my freeze-dried foods up there, and I think we put some snacks in there, some more of my freeze-dried strawberries. I'm down to that, and I think there's one other jar like that of strawberries. Bailey's been eating them like crazy. And then the bananas. So I'm gonna need to get some more strawberries and get some more of those freeze-dried because I really did want to preserve some too. But she's just eating them like crazy. And eventually I'm gonna get into canning, and that will replace all of the store-bought stuff, but for now, it's what it is. And then I've got some of my appliances down here. I love my kitchen gadgets. I have a lot of them, I know. My mother-in-law made that comment once that I have the most kitchen gadgets that she's ever seen. And I'm getting more. In fact, this came today, which I was really excited about, this air fryer. And all we did today was we used it to heat up our pizza. But from everything I saw in the little manual that came with it, there's a ton of stuff I can do with this air fryer. So I'll be getting into that, especially because right now I don't have an oven. So, I mean, there are recipes in here for like baking muffins and stuff like that. So I'm gonna look at that and see what I can get into. And what else do we work on? Okay, so let me tell you what Shawn's been doing, because he's been busy all day. He's been doing a lot of piddly jobs, like putting in this light switch. We just had a mess of the old stuff. He switched that out. He switched this one out because this one was just dangling. And what else have you done? Oh, I'll take you downstairs. Let me take you downstairs and show you what we did downstairs. So I'm going to take you down this way. This is going to eventually be a nicer, no, Coco, you can't go down there. This is gonna be, we're gonna build shelves in here and have it be like a smaller pantry. And right now, this is like all of my Tupperware stuff that I have nowhere to put. And those are my Pyrex, like all of my glass containers that I have nowhere to put. I've got all of our water stored here. And eventually, we were thinking that this room was gonna be a half bath before, so that's why those pipes are there, but now we've changed our mind, so Shawn's gonna take those out. So let me take you down this rickety set of stairs that's kind of iffy, and you have to watch because you will hit your head right there. I did it today and it did not feel good. All right, so I'm taking you down into the basement area. No, Coco, you're not supposed to come down here. It's a mess. Here, hold on, I gotta pick her up. All right, so here's what we did today. Shawn, we dug out, actually he did, he dug out the dirt there and put those pavers down and leveled it all out so the shelf is completely level. And then I brought all of my 5-gallon buckets with all of my flowers and, you know, all of my pantry items and stuff that I want to store down here. So that right there is my vanilla that I'm making, my homemade vanilla. So I put vanilla beans in there, and look, so there's vanilla beans in there, and it's gonna sit for at least a year, but Shawn got into it. He found this in my cabinet and decided he would drink it, didn't see the vanilla beans in there, so he added it to some Coke. He said it was delicious, but I had to mark where it is so I know if he gets into it again, because I told him he's not allowed to touch it. So it's down here, just gonna let it sit down here. And we're going to get another one of these shelves to put over here because I need more space, because I have more stuff coming that I need to be able to store. But this is like my bread flour. I've got sugar down here. I've got my wheat berries. I've got all-purpose flour. I have some pasta flour there. Actually, it's pasta wheat berries that I bought, and I don't have a grinder, so a mill, so I have to get a food mill, but that's on down the line. So that's what we worked on a little bit today, and eventually the freeze dryer is going to come over here. So where that tub is, we're going to level that out, and we're going to put the freeze dryer right there, because it's so much cooler down here, and that way I can run it and not have to worry about the temperature, because the whole goal of having the freeze dryer is being able to run it. And right now I couldn't run it this last week because it was too hot. So let me take you back upstairs and we'll show you what else we did today. Okay, one other little thing is Shawn hung up this picture. So we got that hung up, and now I think I can take pictures of this and try to sell it, because it, like I said before, it's just too big for this room. And he hung up a mirror in our bedroom. So let me take you in there and show you that. So there is our big mirror that I think we've always had it above our bedroom, or above our bed. So he hung that up. And let me take you upstairs and kind of show you what our storage area is looking like. There's our air conditioner. We actually don't run it during the daytime, and it's fine in here. Coco loves to come. Let me show you without making you dizzy. Her little kennel is there, and she comes and lays down in here most of the day. So let me take you up here and show you what it looks like up here. It's organized chaos is what I would call it. So we have these 2 box fans that we run all the time in here, and it keeps it so that it's not just stifling hot up here. This is our storage, pretty much like just storage stuff. We have our coolers, and over there is some of our Christmas stuff. I think we have more Christmas stuff in our storage unit. So this will become more full when we get all the stuff from our storage unit out. But this is just stuff that we gotta store, and because we have no garage, or the basement's not really equipped to hold this stuff. And then this is kind of like more, there are sections here. So like this is my kitchen stuff, more of my kitchen stuff, and some empty boxes from my appliances. But there are like my 2 canners, pressure canners. I really wanted to get that one out this weekend, and it didn't happen. But if I don't do it during the week, I'm gonna do it next weekend, because I really want to I bought some potatoes, and I want to start with canning potatoes. I think that should be something fairly easy. And then all of those bins right there are empty. So we're gonna start moving some of our stuff that we're storing long-term in those and get rid of boxes. I still have all of my jars there that I've been storing up. These bins right here, I think it's these 4, are all kitchen stuff that I just don't have room for, like a lot of our dishes and some other random things. I'm still missing some kitchen stuff. I don't know exactly where it is, so that just goes to show you I have a lot of kitchen stuff. And then let's see, just some boxes here. And then up front here we have like our bar stools that we have no place for, 2 kitchen chairs that are too much room, or we don't have enough space at the kitchen table for it, 2 other bar stools, and then my shoe racks that eventually will go in our bathroom or closet when we get our closet built. And then I've got some more kitchen stuff here, and I think those 2 are kitchen stuff also. And that's a light for our kitchen once we get that up and running. And I think we have back here pillows. Those are pillows that we just had nowhere to put, and blankets. We have more blankets than you would believe. Most of those are all like moving blankets that we just kept and stored, and every time we have to move a piece of furniture or whatever, we use those to pad it and wrap it up. So I don't think there's too much else that we've done today. Like I said, Shawn's kind of cleaned out, or not cleaned out, he's changed out some light fixtures and outlets, and he is promising, he found another wire for a 15 amp that he can run another plug for. And so he has told me that he will put that in so that it'll be a dedicated line for the microwave, because so far we've had trouble running the microwave, and because it's on the same circuit as the girls' air conditioner. So if the air conditioning's on, then we can't run the microwave, and vice versa. So that's tricky, because I already forgot last night and, popped the breaker. So I think that's it. We're just gonna sit around and wait on the refrigerator, and if it comes, I will let you know. If it doesn't, then I will let you know that too. And we'll go back to square one and try to find another one. It's been a time to find a refrigerator. All right, I'm back out front. I'm extremely disappointed. It is 5:40, no refrigerator. And I just called Lowe's, and they said that the driver tried to deliver, but he said it was the wrong address. Our address, for whatever reason, is kind of tricky. Some maps will not get you to our house. So I'm so frustrated. We waited all day, and it's so frustrating not having a real refrigerator. I mean, we have that tiny little thing, but you really can't hold anything. So we were looking forward to having a nice refrigerator. But anyways, I just wanted to close out this video and show you our little fire pit. Shawn started making one. One of his fortes is fire pits, and this is obviously, I know him. This is one of probably 5 renditions he will do of this little fire pit, but he started moving some of these large rocks in. We put our Adirondack chairs out there. He'll continue to work on it, and then it clears up our porch here for just 2 of them. This is Bailey's chair. That was one of the things she asked for last year, I think, for her birthday. If it wasn't last year, it was the year before. But it looks great out here. She likes coming out here. It's beautiful out here right now. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's nice and cool. We opened up the screen on this little screen door, and we've got some fresh air going in. And Shawn is working on some more windows. There's one window that's it's really old and it's really tricky. So I did not get to planting. I should have probably, but I spent time doing some more stuff. So this garden area is looking sad. I had planted garlic in there several weeks ago, and I can see that something has gotten in there and dug some things up. So I have no idea if there's garlic in there or not. That is all weeds. I have not planted anything in there. I still have my blueberry bushes in there that I need to transplant, and I have that garden spot open and ready to be planted in, but I'm really hesitant. I need to get my tomatoes out and in the ground, but I'm hesitant to put them there because this is where the deer was the other day, just hanging out in this area. So until we have time to put up a fence, whatever I put out there, I have a feeling is just going to be deer food. So I don't know what I'll do, but I have 4 days left of work until summer vacation. So whatever doesn't get done in these next 4 days will get done in over the next couple months. And Shawn, you can kind of see he had the bush hog out and got that front 3 acres mowed yesterday, and that took him about 5 hours. So we can only imagine what the back 11 acres, how long that will take. He went really slow, but he said that the reason he went slow is because he doesn't know what's out there yet, if there's rocks or anything to be aware of. And so once he gets to know the land a little bit better, he'll know how fast he can take it, and he'll know what pitfalls there are out there. So that took a very long time yesterday, and we have all of this field here to mow, and then through there, that's where the other 10, 11 plus acres are. So he'll have a lot more mowing to do this week. But I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video for today, and hopefully the next time that I video, we will have a refrigerator, and then next up on the list is a stove. Trying to find one of those that I don't have to worry about just cleaning out somebody else's oven, because that's one of the things I don't want to do. But I'm not ready to buy my big stove that eventually I'll have in there when I get my full kitchen done. So we just want something temporary for now. But anyways, thanks for watching, and we will let you know what we get into next weekend. All right, bye.